Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Neil Young has made his name recording timeless classics such as Old Man, Harvest Moon and Heart of Gold. Among all of his successes, the star has battled more medical conditions than most, including one that saw him close to death. What are they? As a child, the singer was diagnosed with a plethora of health conditions, including epilepsy, polio and type 1 diabetes. By 1951, he had deteriorated so far that he could barely even walk. On top of this, he had to manage his diabetes, knowing when to inject insulin and test his blood glucose levels. The star also recalled one of his epileptic fits, which occurred whilst at a radio festival in 1967. He said, "I was having fun and, maybe I'd forgotten to eat or something, I don't know. And then I felt kind of sick to my stomach, and then I started to feel all weird and echoey, and then I fell down and I don't really remember afterwards." Epileptic fits was something that he had to deal with while performing, saying he always left the stage if he could feel one coming on. Despite his childhood ailments, nothing was quite as life-threatening as the brain aneurysm that he suffered at the age of 54, which required immediate surgery. The star recalls in his memoir that he had noticed a weird thing in his eye, like a piece of broken glass. Detailing the experience, the actor said, "So I went to my doctor, had an MRI, and the next morning I went to the neurologist. He says, the good news is you're looking good. The bad news is you've got an aneurysm in your brain." As the NHS states, a brain aneurysm is a bulge in a blood vessel that is caused by a weakness in the blood vessel wall. As blood passes through this weakened blood vessel, the pressure causes a small area to bulge outwards like a balloon. Young doctors continued to tell him, "It's very serious, so we'll have to get rid of it right away." After receiving treatment at a hospital in New York, Young and his team thought the problem was corrected, with him soon returning to everyday life. However, 2 days after his surgery, he had a horrific experience. He said, "I made it half a block and the thing burst on the street, and there was blood in my shoe, and let's just say there was a complication. It was my femoral artery, which the surgeons had used to access his brain. I was unconscious and the emergency guys had to revive me." The surgical procedure involved inserting a tube into the artery and filling the aneurysm with tiny platinum coils. These coils then stop the aneurysm filling with blood, and the chances of rupture are minimised. However, in Young's case, something along the way went horribly wrong. This process of endovascular coiling is only one treatment used on aneurysms. The other, known as neurosurgical clipping, involves cutting into the scalp just above the eyebrow. A small flap of bone is removed and the aneurysm is located. The surgeon then seals it shut using a tiny metal clip that permanently stays there, and the scalp is stitched back up. Deciding on what procedure to use to treat an aneurysm depends on the size, location and shape of aneurysm. Both procedures come with risks, but in general, coiling has been shown to have lower risks of complications overall, whilst also being a less invasive procedure. After being revived, the singer decided to make some drastic lifestyle changes in order to protect his health. This mainly involved giving up smoking marijuana in order to be more aware of what his body needed and required at his age. However, the toll of his health conditions have been drastic, with Young revealing that his future career looks murky. "I don't think I'm going to be able to continue to mainly be a musician forever, because physically I think it's going to take its toll on me. It's already starting to show up here and there." Thanks for listening. Please like, comment and subscribe.